All right, all right, all right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
My first NBA game. Can't believe it's finally here. You work your entire life for something, and then when it's right in front of you, it's almost hard to believe. But I'm ready. And now it's time for me to show everybody I belong and do my best to represent Harlem.
The setting, Boston, Massachusetts, as we take a look at the lovely skyline of downtown. Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. This Boston crowd ready to roar in this Eastern Conference matchup for the Celtics. And they're starting off the season playing the 76ers here. Last season they won all 4 games. Official NBA appearance from Freak.
You know, he's a great young player and even a better young man. So personally, I couldn't be happier for him. I know he's thinking about the game, but I hope he's able to take a moment to just enjoy this accomplishment.
Well said, and I hope so too. I mean, as a player, you want to stay even-keeled, but it's almost impossible. I mean, there's just so much that you've gone through to reach this point. It has to be emotional.
Well, with Freak Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready. He's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school, and he could be on the NBA clock.
And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor. And Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so.
And what a feeling it's got to be for this young player. Is that last bucket represents the first official score in the NBA from Freak.
Yeah, and he's playing it cool right now, but let me tell you, I'm sure that basket means the world to him. There's nothing like the first one.
My thought is he's probably just happy to have it out of the way. I mean, no more waiting and wondering when it'll come. Those first points are finally in the rearview mirror.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
The 10-footer. It's hauled in by the 76ers. 55 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Cannon. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And here's Covington from the arc. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And a wide-open look for Freak. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings, really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
Screen by Grant, 6 on the shot clock. Covington passes to Marshall. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Here's Freak. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. It could go. The shot is off. Tie game in Boston. And we'll be back with you right after this. Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player and the best teammate I could be. But this is an exciting first step, no doubt.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective for most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach to the game. What remains to be seen, though, is will that translate to consistent production on the court?
Here's Marshall.
Well, you know, last season I thought the Celtics made some strong waves in the East. I mean, they kept fighting and fighting all season long, and they ended up in the playoffs because of that never-give-up attitude.
Floats one for three. Covington. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. And for the Celtics, 28 of their 40 wins on the season came against the East. Not impressive, but it got the job done in a conference which could be had at times, obviously.
That's true, but what should be noted, Kevin, about the Celtics against the East is just how well they played against the Eastern Conference playoff teams.
Right.
I mean, against the East top 8, they shot a lot better and executed a lot better as well. So you can see them stepping up their game against the competition.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
No good from Lee. Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Grant, right side. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Right block shot. And off the front iron. And in it goes. Freak's got the lead up to 2 now for the Celtics. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Grant against Turner. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And guys, the Sixers drafted Embiid 3rd overall despite a foot injury that would keep him out all of his rookie season. Came to the Sixers with a back issue out of Kansas. Of course, they knew all this going in.
Yeah, and Kevin, the Sixers have made an art here lately of drafting players who aren't immediately eligible to play. 2 years ago it was Nerlens Noel who sat out the season with a knee injury. Last year it was Dario Saric who played overseas, and now Embiid.
Thomas checked in for the Celtics. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Roten's checked in. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
You know, regarding Joel.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Celtics lead by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
All right, guys, I want to go over some things before we get back out there. These are the types of halves where we are helping ourselves out by making clean passes. They haven't caused us too many problems in the passing lanes to this point, but we still have a half of basketball to play. At least we're on target from beyond the arc. There was some good long-range shooting for us in that half. And let me touch on tempo for a second. We're not out to use the whole shot clock, but I would like to see us get set up offensively. We expected this to be a battle, and it has been. From here on out, it's a battle we're going to win. Get a hand in, fellas.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away. So Philadelphia wins it. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And coming up next, the postgame show with Ernie Johnson, Shaq, and Kenny the Jet.